Good morning, students. Let us go for international auditing and assurance. One more concept we now have in the unit number 3. The set of skill expected from the information system auditor. So this is another one of the content. What are the skills they have must and should have in a system auditor? So let us go for one by one. Sound knowledge of business operation, practice and compliance requirements. So the sound knowledge means whatever the required knowledge, the standard knowledge, for example, transactions related, systematic system, as well as system auditor information related, information technology related, business operation related. So these are all the practice and the compliance requirement they must and should have. That is the first skill. The second thing, requisite professional technical qualification and certification. So they must and should be have a technically or must and should be strong in the professional in the sense of as an auditor. They must and should have the knowledge of the auditing process, the entire process. How to must and should be having that. So that one of the another one skill they have. Second, third one it is good understanding of information risk and control, knowledge of IT strategy, policy and procedure. So what are the procedure we have in the information technology? So that knowledge you must and should be essential of every system auditor. The system auditor basically it will be the controlling of policies and as well as rules and regulation as well as directions you have to provide for each and every accountant people and as well as clients people like. And fourth one, ability to understand technical and manual controls, whatever the technical as well as manual. Primarily, the master should be aware about of the manual. Later on, they have to be 100% sure about of the technical. Whatever the manual account we will be converted to the technical basis. The technical basis only have to be system databases have to be maintained over that controlling capacity and the software related knowledge. The must and should have as a system auditor. Next thing, good knowledge of professional standard and best practice. So that is a professional knowledge in that as an auditor, they have aware about of the each and every one rules, law related regulations, as well as rules, policies related, as well as information technology basis. So this is the knowledge. It is a very essential for every system auditor. So that is a major skill expected from the information system auditor. So next thing, functions of the information system auditor. So what are the functions they have must and should have in the as a system auditor? The first thing, inadequate information security. That is the antivirus and weak password, like whatever the information system security they have must and should have. A security purpose, the username, a password, either it is login ID. These are all the information you must and should have in the as a system auditor. And third one it is inefficient use of corporate resources. So huge spending on high power server which were not required. So here it is inefficient use of corporate resources you have to be followed. And next one it is ineffective IT strategy, policies and practices, IT related frauds. So there is some of the IT related frauds also you must should be aware like malware, phishing as well as hacking, cracking like cybercrime, cyber theft. So these are internet usage policy and security policy you must and should have in the as a as an auditor. So these are all the functioning have in the as a system auditor. And next thing, categories of information system, categories of information system auditor. So that is our first thing, system and applications are appropriate and adequately controlled, ensure valid, reliable, time and secure input. So the system and applications are appropriate, adequately control the ensure valid, timely, secured input, process and output. So these are all the major things. Categories means information system, how they are maintaining the auditor like. So that is a category basis, secured input, either it is output basis also to be maintained. And second one, information processing facility. That is a processing facility also you have to provide for each and every thing that will be ensure timely, accurately and efficient processing in the normal and descriptive condition. So this is another one facility how to provide. And third one it is system development. System development standard also you have to be ensure it. as an organization objectives and developed according to generally accepted the standards. The standard which is acceptance for each and everyone development meets organizations. So that is another one major thing in the categories of the functions related. Next thing we'll go for objectives of control. Control objectives before itself, we have another one of the major things. Management of IT and enterprises architecture. IT management as organization structure and procedure to ensure controlled and efficient environment for information processing. So that is the fourth one of the categories of the function. And fifth one, telecommunication, interact and extracted. To ensure control are in place of on client server and networking connecting client and server. So this is the telecommunication also you must should be interact with that client. So that is another one of the functioning they must should have in that system auditor. The next concept you go for steps in information system audit. So what are the steps to be maintained when we are maintaining the system audit? So first thing, scoping and pre-audit survey. So before you people are conducting the any audit, the pre-audit survey. The pre-audit survey means auditor determine main area of focuses out of focus based on risk-based assessment. So the main area means here it is, we have a, there are so many area we have to consider. It is taxation area, management area, human resources area. Either it is monetary, either it is non-monetary area based you have to be assessing. So that only you have to be pre-audit survey you have to conduct over. The second thing, planning and preparation. So once you can completed the pre-audit survey, let us go for the planning and preparation of the audit. It involves generation of audit work, plan and risk control matrix. So these are all the another one of the major concepts we are having that steps. And third one is field work. The field work means gathering evidencing by interviewing a staff manager, reviewing documents and observing process. So these are all the major evidencing area or interviewing of the staff manager, reviewing that document. It is compulsory, should be do like. And fourth one, analysis. It involves reviewing and trying to make sense of all evidence gathered. So that is a major evidence basis. You have to analysis the whatever the data. And finally, the reporting. Reporting to the management after analysis of the data closure. It involves preparing notes for future audit. So these are the another one major thing. Next thing, control objectives. Internal control objective. Under that, what are the objectives we have in that? The control objective is tactically in comparison with strategic objectives such as reporting, compliance, and operational objective. Its role as the defining purpose of internal control means it also defines a logical entity or groups in which internal control may be members. So these are the control objective. Let us go for one by one. What are the objective major you have in that? To ensure that effective and perform in the accordance with the standard to achieve result. A result basis you have to be followed. Second one is to know the what happening, what actually happened in the organization. Either it is you have to consider present, either it is past, another one is present, another one is future actually happened that you have to be control over. And third one it is to determine achievement of goals with a minimum of time, effort and expenses. So within a time period, within a time directions, you have to completion of the task. The task you have must should be considered over. And fourth one it is to coordinate the diverse activity of efforts. That is another one, you have to coordinate, maintain the coordinations. And fifth one, to improve the efficiency of operations by minimizing unnecessary and wasteful actions. So that unnecessary actions you have to be minimized over. So that is another one internal control concept. Next thing, you'll go for nature and characteristics of internal control. So that is the control, whatever the nature we have. Control is a dynamic process. It involves continuous review performance. So that is a internal control. Basically, you must consider the continuity. Not is any breakup related, and occasionally you cannot internal control. Regularity you have to when we have it will be the performance will be the increase as well as efficiency will be the increase. Second one is control is continuous activity. That is a major thing. Control is a function management. That is already told whatever the function you have to be perform as a system auditor. Manager control activity assigned to them, each and every one management people also to be controlled. And finally, control is a forward looking. Ultimately, you have to the future oriented control and past oriented. You have to be not considered. Here it is future oriented only. You have to be looking like control system leads to minimizing wastage, losses, diversion from the standards. If there are any losses, like you have to minimize it, and any unnecessary thing we will be that control over. And finally, performance of control is achieved only when action is taken on the basis of feedback. So once we can collect the feedback from the client as well as organization and business people, you have to consider whatever the performance you have to improve over. So these are all the major nature and characteristics of control or objectives in the major thing